Live stream. Welcome to today's Shamanic Wisdom Teaching. We're talking about smudge today. And it's going to be a bit of a show and tell. If you don't know me, I'm Linda Babulik, and I'm dedicating some of my time to share the shamanic wisdom with you, to apply it to today's world, to have a better life, to be more grounded, to be more excited, to be just plain more zesty. There are several ingredients. Lavender. I'm just going to do the show and tell. Lavender, which comes in a little pouch like this, not hard to buy it. You can find it in a lot of the, maybe even a health food store. I've seen lavender, but if you go to any of the stores that carry stones, many bookstores do, they will have probably all of the ingredients that you need to have your sponge. Lavender is one of the ingredients. And I'm going to give you the definition, the meaning for all of these, and I put it in the notes. So the lavender is for beauty, for femininity, and for grace. The next ingredient is cedar. And I have bags and bags of cedar because I used to live in a cedar forest. Now, it's a little different, this cedar from this cedar. This is Western cedar from BC, and I had a flower arrangement delivered to me for Christmas one year, and I saved all the cedar. And that's perfectly fine in my mind of things to do. And this is my cedar. I like to keep it in plastic bags, and then I can crush it up a little bit so the chunks aren't so big, because I don't want big flames when I light my smudge. And cedar is all about healing and that positive energy, feelings and emotions, to be in equilibrity. So just balances us out. Have you ever stood in a cedar forest and just felt the energy of it? I lived in a cedar forest, so I know that feeling really well. Just that, you could smell it. And we lived in a cedar home, and when you'd walk in after being away, you could come in, and you know that most houses, they have that closed up feeling. That didn't. When you walked in, all you could smell was the cedar. So healing, so comforting. The next ingredients that I have to share with you is sage. That comes sometimes in big bundles. I've had mine for quite a while, so the bundles are a bit taken apart. I also have sage that I collected when I was in Kamloops, BC. They have wild sage growing everywhere. Now, the scent is a little different, but in my mind, sage is sage, because sage is a woman's medicine, and it offers strength and wisdom and clarity of purpose. And it's used to symbolize the life-giving power of women. We use it a lot at Christmas time. I think it's interesting that these herbs have different uses. Today, we're only talking about pretty much the application in the smudge. The next thing that I have a bag of sweetgrass in here. Here I do. Is sweetgrass. And I haven't got it growing in my garden here, but you can easily grow it. Just be careful. It's a wild grass. It's going to go everywhere if you plant sweetgrass in your own home garden. If you want to do that, put it in a flower pot, put the flower pot in the flower bed, and then it won't spread out so much. I also do that with my mint. So sweetgrass, and you'll often get it gifted to you. Like I had this little coaster, had sweetgrass on it. It comes different ways. You can get it in a braid, which you might have heard in my tradition. We talk about the braid being so strong because each blade of sweetgrass may not be so strong, but when we put it all together, we have strength and beauty in there. And the sweetgrass is that cleansing. It's connecting our prayers to Great Spirit and to the spirit world. Now we're we're connecting all of these items from the earth: lavender, cedar, sage, sweetgrass, tobacco, mugwort. It all grows from the earth, and it's to connect us to Great Spirit. That's the point of this exercise. And then we have tobacco. Now, I like to support the Aboriginal companies, and this may be, nope, this one's from the Netherlands. But sometimes you can actually find tobacco from the Aboriginal communities here in Canada. And the pinch of tobacco that you put in it is to honor Mother Earth and all that she gives us. Tobacco is a sacred herb, not meant to be smoked as cigarette after cigarette. It's to be used in ceremony. So if you smoke tobacco because you're addicted to it, you may want to try to break that and be more ceremonial about your tobacco habit and use it for sacred ceremony. And the next bag I have, this is my last bag of mugwort. And I had mugwort growing in my garden. Again, wild herb. Oof, I had to keep cutting it back. Grows very tall. You'll often see it. It grows in the fields behind here. And when I run out of this, I may just go snip a little bit, dry it, and use it. Now, mugwort, it helps us to have very vivid dreams and be able to really visualize what you want in your life. You can also make mugwort tea. You may be able to find that at a health food store. You can make tea from fresh mugwort. Just be careful. It does have a cleansing property, if you know what I mean. Springtime, you'll be cleansed drinking mugwort tea or burning mugwort. Some people found that they didn't even have to drink the mugwort tea. They had very vivid dreams, not hallucinations, but very vivid dreams just from the smudge. So what I do is I have this lovely bowl. It's a seashell, a beautiful seashell. And I mix my smudges. I just filled this up yesterday. And I have a little baggie that I put the proportions a little bit. I just pretty much do it even. A little bit of each in the bag. And that's about how much I will need from this full moon to the next full moon. I tie it all together. And then I have my feather, which is an turkey feather. But it's also known as the ground eagle. It is the sign of abundance. And having lived in the country, we had lots of turkeys. And when the toms would have a fight, Linda got the feathers gifted to her. So in here are all those ingredients I told you about. And every morning, what I do is I do like my smudge. Going to be interesting to see what the auto captions do with that word. And yes, it gives you quite a bit of smoke depending on what you have in there. What you see smoking the most right now is the mugwort, because I had a big chunk of mugwort in there on the top. And then just put it out. Just have a little stick to put it out if it's too much. And people may think that you're smoking something, but it's smudge. It's not the smoking wacky tobacco. And I call in the 4 directions. We're going to be talking about that, how to call in the directions on another video. So when we cleanse, I cleanse from the bottom up. Remember the chakras, we follow the same pattern. All of these teachings link together. Have you noticed that? So we're going, hey, Laura, nice to see you. So here you go. You start at the bottom, cleanse your feet. We cleanse our feet, and I've included this prayer in the description. So we cleanse our feet to walk in beauty. We cleanse our heart to feel compassion. We cleanse our throat to speak with truth. our head to clear our mind for kindness and clarity, and our aura, which is all around us, to clear negative energy that may have attached to us. Now, that's very strong, so I'm putting it out. If you've had someone in your house, I've been having my kitchen renovated, and I will go out and smudge after the workers are done. I will smudge out their energy, and I will smudge in new energy. So I'm going to smudge and give gratitude for the people that built my cabinets, the people that harvested the granite that came from India that's going to be on my countertops. I will give thanks and gratitude to everyone who contributed to building that kitchen. And I bless it with the smudge. And if there's been any negative activity come through the door or a crossword set, I smudge the room. Sometimes I'll smudge the entire house if the energy doesn't feel quite right, if something wonky has gone on, even from the neighbors. If I hear some crosswords, then I will smudge the environment so that we don't have that negative energy attached to us. If you would like to purchase some smudge, if you have any questions, do drop a note into the comments and let me know. You may even be able to buy turkey feathers. I don't know. There are different things that you can use, different fans to fan the smudge. This is the way I was taught, and I was gifted the turkey feathers, so I'm happy for that. The next video will be about medicine wheel basics. We'll go around the medicine wheel and you will learn about the 4 directions, which is you're going to need when we call in the directions on another video. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you for watching. I hope that the smudge will help to ground you from the center of the earth to the divine power and the divine beauty that you are, so that you can bring your gifts into the world and make the world a better place. Thank you. A specific place to buy. I wouldn't really, someone just asked about places to buy. Most of the places you will walk in, trust your intuition. If you walk in and you feel repelled, then you will know that there's some funny business in that space and you don't want to buy from that store. Or if you get a bad energetic feeling from the person working there, step away, find another place. And if you feel the positive energy, they'll usually have smudge burning or incense burning and a smile on their face, and they'll be happy to receive you, and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. I'll take a look and see if I can find smudge materials online, and if I can, I will drop that into the comments for you. Thank you so much. Great. And don't forget, the other day, we talked about chakras. We're talking about medicine wheel basics next. The rest of the time we have together, we're going to be filling up our agenda with all kinds of great juicy stuff. So thank you so much.